For the most realistic steering system available on the market, look no further than Sim Steering from Leo Bodnar. Designed and hand-built at the home of British Motorsport's Silverstone circuit, it's extensively used by professional driver training centres and race teams including Formula 1 since 2010. The high precision and completely linear response coupled with high strength provides the ultimate in realistic steering force feedback. Visit simsteering.com.
Take your hobby to the next level with a quality racing rig that works great with a PS3, Xbox 360, and a PC. GT Omega Racing Simulator is compatible with a wide range of steering wheels including Logitech, Fanatec, Thrustmaster, and more. The GT Omega is available now worldwide by going to www.gtomegaracing.com.
Good morning and welcome to ARLTV for this round 2 of the ARLTV's V8 SuperCar Championship. We are in sunny Britain, Brands Hatch. We've avoided all the flooding, managed to make it to the commentary booth, and I'm joined up here by fellow iRacer Dean Prescott and Mark Noble. Good morning, fellas. Yeah. Well, Brands Hatch up today. Some might say it's quite a tricky circuit. Some love it, some hate it. I think it's going to be a very interesting race today, lads. I think we might have a couple of technical glitches, like normal. Nothing changes. Some donut didn't change over his audio feed. So, sorry lads. Hello and welcome again. This time you are on the air.
As always,
morning,
Mr.
evening
Simpson.
everyone.
Yeah, without fail I managed to mess something up in the morning. Felt sure I changed that setting up already. So yeah, you were saying, Dean, obviously very tight in there already. I mean, last week's race, if that was anything to go by, it's going to be, well, it's going to be one heck of a battle. There's, I mean, where's the best overtaking places around this circuit?
You've probably got a few. You've got coming into turn 2. That's quite a good place to get up the inside, and possibly coming towards the end of the lap. Just as you're coming back towards the Indy circuit, you can also get a good run from the right-hand kink into the left-hand.
Mark, you've drove this race in the last few seasons as well. Anything particularly we should keep a full eye out for?
Not too sure about the corners around here, but it's that coming into the last corner there, you got to be pretty careful there through there. You can hold it flat, but you just got to try and get your steering right, otherwise it'll throw you.
Yeah, well, perfect day for racing out there at the moment. 21 degrees, 14 kilometers an hour wind. Should be interesting. I mean, just wondered. I know, obviously, in the cars that I run in, obviously the weather can play quite a difference to how the car handles. I mean, what's your experience of, weather conditions? Cloudy conditions more favourable for that little bit of extra grip, or slightly cooler temperatures?
Well, we didn't really have much sort of weather change the last few seasons, but this season they're throwing weather at us, so it's a bit hard to tell. It's actually, yeah, it just depends. Well, this hasn't got real long straights, but yeah, not sure about crosswind here or anything.
Yeah, just to confirm, just as the overlay's not showing it, and how long's the race today? How many laps are we running?
It's 40 laps. We've restricted it to 60% fuel, which is about 45 litres, which they should get between 15, possibly 17 laps to a tank. So there'll be 2 stops.
Yeah, I should spice it up as well, see what people are going to do, whether they go short or long in the middle stints. Could be very interesting. Let's just take a very quick look. We've got 5 minutes, well, 6 minutes or so of the qualifying to go. Provisional standings, Leigh up the top again. Tobias behind him, very familiar. Trevor Johnson up in 3rd place, returning face Dave Oliver in there as well, and Kurt Stensberg in 5th place. Keep an eye on that, just see how that progresses throughout the rest of this session. But yeah, a lot of drivers here, not quite as many as last week. I don't know if that's is that just a restriction in the circuit with the amount of grid slots. I'm not sure how many Brands Hatch can have actually.
I think you can have 30 plus for Brands Hatch, but second week, obviously, people finding the feet in the first week, and then obviously real life comes before iRacing. So had a few dropouts from that, but
yeah. Well, yourself, Dean, you're not on the grid today.
No, I would be, but I'm waiting for a PC upgrade to come. So
you thought you'd slum it in the commentary box with us today, then?
yeah, slum it in the commentary box, and then probably wait till about 4 o'clock before I could even think about looking at my PC. So.
Well, I suppose you blokes will be nice and snug up over there, I suppose. The track temperature at Bathurst today in the 12-hour production, the GT race for qualifying was 56 degrees.
Nice. And we're stuck in our wellies, hoping we don't get flooded out of our houses.
Yep. Mate, I've got a monstrous big fan going.
Have to send some of that weather up here. But just while the guys are just finished up, just like to take the opportunity to thank some of the sponsors for ARLTV. So GTOmegaRacing.com. If you're after a rig, wheel stand, anything like that, please do go check them out. I know they do have international distributors, so yeah, I should save a little bit on some of the costings there. LeahBodner.com as well, supplier of the sim steering system. Been back in the ARL team for quite some time now as well, so big shout out and thanks to them. Check them out. SimGarage.com, some interesting developments coming on from them. Watch this space, go check out their website. New little bit of software in development at the moment, and I know the lads over here are helping out with that as well, so yeah, Kevin and the guys over there. Don't also forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook, YouTube. Twitter is at Apex Racing TV. I know Conrad's quite active on there as well as the Facebook page as well, so get involved with some of the conversation. Yeah, still just a little over 3 minutes to go. Grid order hasn't changed a great deal. Tobias still that 10th, well, just over the 10th of a second down. Trevor Johnson further half second back. Top 5 as they were. Mark Warmington there, just grabbing that 8th place. He'll be happy with that. No, he's looking for a more consistent season.
Yeah, just seen some latecomers joining the frame as well, so it'll be interesting to see where they can come. Shane Bast from KRF Coastal. He's currently sitting down in 13th at the minute. coming into the last few minutes of qualifying. Like I said, it's nothing really much changed since you read it out about 5 minutes ago, Alex, so definitely going to be interesting. Although there does seem to be a bit of a gap with Leigh and Tobias back towards Trevor and Dave.
Yeah, those guys last week were sort of in a class of their own, really. Got a good clean start, pulled away. Thought we were going to have a little battle there, but I think traffic split them apart just a little bit. But that second stint was very, very close, so yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting race today. Certainly the defending champ is going to want to get a race win nice and early, get into that confidence zone that you can get for a championship. Show his rivals that he's still here to play.
Yeah, Jared Philsall's missing this week too. He's real life stuff, so the sort of gap probably looks a bit bigger than what we used to, I suppose.
He's had some technical glitches, but I think he might have sorted his gremlins out. Lee Thompson joins us in the commentary box. Good morning, fella.
Good morning, guys. Sorry for the delay.
It's alright, it's as I've said many a times, it's ARLTV, we always have something go wrong. I had everybody muted at the start, so no worries. Yeah, we're about done, everybody pretty much on their last laps, couple guys just coming through now, might get another one in. Doesn't seem like there's going to be too much change out there. Track actually, surprisingly, I thought we were going to be seeing a lot more sort of clutter and people struggling to get a lap in, but for the most part everybody seems to be leaving themselves a decent amount of room. Drivers in front. Just saw a couple of incidents off air before we started.
I'd just like to mention that one of my boys, Will Dodge, has jumped into the top 10.
Yeah, so the guys are just coming around to finish their last laps. Let's just take a look at the grid order. We'll let you know if anything changes. So Leigh does indeed take pole position with a 1:26.786. Tobias Czerny in second place. Those guys haven't changed at all. But Trevor Johnson did get a little bit closer to those guys with a 27.1, and Dave Oliver in the mid-27s. Kurt Stensberg stayed in 5th place as well, so top 5 as it was from about halfway through the session. Aaron Hamilton in 6th, Ian McPherson in 7th, Michael Yao in 8th place, Mark Warmington in 9th, Will Dodd, as Mark just mentioned, made it into the top 10 in the closing seconds of the qualifying session. Lance Perkins in 11, Luke Betts in 12th, Jamie Fuchs in 13, Shane Best in 14th, Isaac De Figueiredo in 15th, Shane Stipdolf in 16th, sorry Shane there, Brenton O'Brien in 17th, Jamie Eaton in 18th, Niels Jordan in 19th, Brian Morga in 20th, Damien McConkey in 21st, Rins in 22nd, Wee in 23rd, and Armoff in 24th. That pretty much wraps up the grid. Yeah, 24 runners today, just about 6 short of last week. I think 24 guys around this quite tight and twisty Brands Hatch track is going to be more than enough though, so let's keep an eye out on that first few laps. Here's your tip for victory here then today, guys.
Going off race pace, obviously. Quali pace, sorry, you've got Leigh up there. But you can never count out Tobias and Trevor. And Dave, for that matter.
Yeah, I was going to say give Dave a chance because he's pretty good.
Yeah, anyone we're thinking from sort of mid-pack back that might be coming through that we need to keep an eye on?
Brenton, if he can keep his nose clean, he'll shoot up from 17th, I would expect. I'm just waiting for the final few cars to grid up. We'll be on our way. Very tricky start, as you can see. The camber level changing. You're actually coming downhill and then going straight back uphill. Very difficult to get these cars off the line, as I found out last week. It's been a while. So it'll be interesting to see if these guys can get a good jump. Trevor, we know, on his day can get a really good start. But it's very difficult, like I said, on this track. So still waiting for the odd one.
Yeah, lights are coming on. Looks like we've got somebody missing from the grid. No, just turned up. Revs are building. Round 2, ARLTV V8 Series is go. Great start there from Leigh and from the, oh wow, what is it, 6th, 7th place? I'm not sure who that was. We've got a blistering start. All I can say from this distance is it's the purple car. Sorry to sound like a girl. And I hope I didn't offend anyone there. Leigh's already pulled out a bit of a massive jump. But it was important for the guys to put a bit of pressure on him earlier on, but doesn't seem to be happening.
Good to see we've got everybody through cleanly. So
yeah,
with all 24 drivers going.
That first corner always very, very tricky down into that hairpin. Everybody trying to find their feet. Looks like we've lost Leigh again, as in our commentator, not the leader.
Yeah, great start by all the drivers. They've all half a dozen corners and they're all still pretty clean all the way through.
Yeah, I think maybe I was a little bit over worried that there was going to be some sort of carnage on that start, but they were 3 abreast, but give themselves enough room. Yeah, Luke Betts just on screen finding his feet. Yeah, everybody looks like they're being very patient.
Everyone just warming the tyres up. It does take a few laps for them to get into temperature range. And once they're in the temperature range, it's very easy for them to get straight back out, actually. Expect quite a bit of understeer as well. Quite a one-sided track.
Back up front, just having a quick look just to see how the leaders have settled themselves in, and it looks like Tobias has closed that gap up that was formed very, very quickly. So just proving that he is going to have the race pace. Trevor Johnson in 3rd, and it was Aaron Hamilton, I think, who made the move from a bit further back up into 4th position. Fantastic start that he had.
Got one guy going a little bit wide and someone else following a little bit further back. Not sure who that was. Oh, we've got a little bit of contact.
Yeah, Jamie Eaton there involved. One of the BMCW cars.
Yeah, it was Jamie and Brenton. And what did I say on when I was waiting for the grid?
Yeah, if he'd stay out of trouble. Jamie, one of the Redback Racing drivers. Went past the pit lane, so it's obviously feeling like the car's okay, but it didn't half look like it took a bit of a pounding. off colour. Making his way back through the pack. Obviously was started way down in the grid order. Someone to watch out for. Looks like he's struggling with connection just a little bit out there. It's always very tricky for the Europeans on these Australian servers. You have to give a little bit of extra room.
Indeed you do. Looks like got one of the Lenovo cars trying to get past the Red Bat Racing. Just in front of Brian. Shane on Niles. Oh, Shane drifting it around the right hand king. Very pleasing corner to take that in the V8. You get quite a bit of curb on the inside and it just throws you around and you hope for it to stick. And I can see you lost a little bit of time through the final few corners. But everyone now starting to spread out a little bit. Battles forming here and there. Shane again, definitely wanting to get past Niles. Have to be careful. And there you go.
Yeah, looks like he lost a position. He's going to lose a couple of positions here.
All the pressure he was putting on has come back to himself.
Yeah, Niels Jordan there basically saw that one come in and thought he was going to sweep in there and have a little bit of that at the same time.
Yeah, Brian just sat back there and just said, oh, I love this.
Front freeze now starting to.
I think we've got Jamie here involved in something else as well. I think he's just trying to get his car back to the pits, but that's the second instant. Oh, he's going to spin it around and get it back on. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, as I was just saying, the front three now starting to bridge a little bit of a gap from the guys behind. Trevor Johnson doing everything he can to keep up with Leigh and Tobias.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see whether they're on a short stint to start with, I suppose.
Trevor Johnson was a lot quicker than the guys around him. Must be the cleaner air, so he's can run his own race. Dave Oliver coming under quite a fair bit of pressure from Kurt.
Yeah, unfortunately it looks like Aaron Hamilton dropped back down to 6th place as well, so couldn't quite hold on to what was that impressive start that he had.
Almost like, oh, as we got here, almost like Kurt was going for a little bit of a switchback move. Dave spotted it nice and early. So everyone holding position so far. Looks like Dave's got a poor run coming on to the Grand Prix section. Very tricky to pass, at least on the Grand Prix section. That said, it can be done as long as you've got the run. Just the guy on the inside or outside of you. Oh, Dave again! Very sideways. All his
That's
rallying
not real
and
hard to do around there.
autocross experience coming into play there, I think. Dave is always one to watch to get some slidey action.
We'll have to remind him that he's on tarmac, same as we do with Jonesy, not dirt anymore.
That said, this fixed rear axle does lend itself to a bit of sliding. It does actually help the car turn in, but it doesn't help your tyres. As we see Kurt going for it now.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, all that slide now, they've dropped, what are they? Just under 5 seconds behind Trevor now.
That is the problem with the battle in between each other. As we jump back down to look at Luke.
Oh,
Who's
Kurt's
still
just
under
gone
the
off.
pressure. He's still trying to put pressure, sorry, on Isaac. And just behind as well, you've got Shane Bast and Jamie Fuchs. Jamie Fuchs, definitely a driver who's improved since he first joined us at Oran Park. Also, we've got Kurtoff. I'm not sure if he's lost a position on that one. So there you go. Isaac loses a place to Luke. Sliding on the inside of turn 1. And now it's just a matter of trying to hold on. These 4 cars at the back definitely having a nice little battle. This is 13th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Jamie Fuchs just dropping off a little bit. See 2 cars just ahead streaking away due to all the battling. It's very frustrating once you're a 3rd car back in a battle, as we see Shane going a little bit wide. Because you think you know you can match these guys on pace. Isaac sliding.
It's Isaac.
Saw the tyre smoke and I think it put Shane off a little bit.
Oh, that was a great save by Isaac. Looks like Shane's having a bit of trouble there. Yeah,
it looked a bit odd though, didn't it? The behaviour of the car, so it's just turning okay through turn 1.
Maybe he's not using my setup.
Just have a quick look at some of the battles going further on. Still we've got Aaron Hamilton. He's holding on there in 6th place. He'll be pretty happy with that. He said, you know, he wanted to make a point of finishing in the top 5. Still behind Kurt. Kurt obviously has lost the back of Dave Oliver now though, so that battle's tied down. As we saw the battle going on between Will Dodd, Lance Perkins. Still very, very close. Teammates there, I'm sure. Not going to hit each other. Sorry, not teammates.
No.
I just saw a very similar looking livery there. Shane dropping back a little bit now though, so I'm wondering if he has got a little bit of problems. Jamie's putting him under quite a bit of pressure at the moment. Looks like it's just a matter of time before he comes through. And again, Shane's car into that last corner looks very out of shape, very deep. Looks like Jamie should get a run here down into turn 1. Does indeed. Shane doesn't really defend it, breaks early as well. Goes wide, back end, looks like he's coming around. And both guys in there very deep trying to outbrake each other. Somehow Shane managed to hold on to that there.
Oh, you're kidding. Shane looks like he's overheated those tyres by the way.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it does look like the tyres have gone off for Shane. Jamie giving Shane a little bit of a love kiss.
Yeah, on off colour as well, starting to put the pressure on Brian just ahead of him. Having a little look down into turn 2. Thinks better of it. On off's Mark Warmington's teammate. Blue Flag Racing, nice to see those guys back. Give a shout out and thanks to Mark and everybody who's donated for our charity race coming up in March as well. If you haven't seen it, it's on the thread in the forum. Go have a quick look, see some information about that, get involved. It'll be a great race for a good cause. Yeah, and I'm still having a look as well, nothing coming. Pressure that Brian must be on, it must be pretty immense at the moment.
Leader's coming up on the first back marker as he very kindly gets out of the way, as he would take the Indy course exit.
Yeah, let's just jump back with the leaders for a second as well. Looks like Trevor just losing a little bit of ground, very, very slowly. Not a lot. I mean, last time by, well, actually, he was the quickest one out of the 3 there. So, but yeah, I think if he can just hold on once the track starts to get a little bit busier with back markers and can navigate that traffic well, he can perhaps link back onto these two. Make this a 3-way battle for the lead. See, Trevor yesterday did say that he was going to try and target the championship. Certainly looks like he's got the pace out there to give these guys a little run for their money.
Yeah, he's probably just keeping him an eye shot and just saving these tyres a bit, I suppose. Although I'd say they'd be thinking about coming in for the first pit stop, I'd say very soon. Next couple of laps anyway.
I'm not sure what's going on, but we've got Shane Best with quite a lot of front right damage. And also Jamie Fook looks to have front bumper damage.
Yeah, and Shane's dropping down rapidly as well, so...
Yeah, definitely got some damage on that. He's sliding left, right and centre. Let's see, does he stay out? Indeed, he comes in. Opts for his fast toe in his first pit stop.
Just having a look at it now, guys.
As Shane has finally made it past Niles.
Jamie Jamie got him in the after the second left-hander there, and they just touched. Jamie kept going. Shane looked like he just touched the wall, so it's put the front end out a bit, I think.
Always seems to be the lightest of touches that causes the most amount of damage.
Yeah, with these things it's just the angle you hit, I think, with the front end.
Still Will Dodd under a lot of pressure here from Lance. Both these guys slowly closing in on the back of Ian McPherson as well, so...
Yeah, Willie's one of the guys who does tend to keep his eyes forward rather than backwards. I raced him a few times and it's very difficult to at least have a look at a move on him as well, so... Ooh, as he slides a little bit there.
Yeah, leader's navigating some more traffic there. Moving out of the way nice and quickly. No chance for Tobias to jump on that. Not sure about you lads, but I think Tobias must be getting pretty sick of the view that he's had for the first 2 races of this season. I know second place is good, but he's going to want to get one. Going to move on Leigh at some point. He's going to jumps in. He's going to try and do it via undercut. Pit strategy, all important here today. As Mark said, 2 stops. Could be very, very interesting to see what the guys do. Might get a jump here, but Leigh might get him on the next time, or he might just even lose some time.
That'll be pleasing for Trevor Johnson, knowing that he's on more fuel than what Tobias was in his matching pace. Just see Demo has just had his first pit stop as well. You can just see how tentative you've got to be on these fresh tyres.
Yeah, interestingly, it looks like Trevor's got a little bit of damage on the side of the car, so that's going to be his Fasto done and dusted when he pits, so he'll have to be a little bit careful. Obviously not affecting the handling of the car, so it's always a bit frustrating when that happens.
Yeah, I can vouch for that from last week.
Yeah, plenty of times for me.
I don't believe that, Mark. I'm sure you've always had the damage.
Well,
I've seen your driving style.
but it wasn't actually hitting walls.
Yeah, just have a look, see if Trevor comes in. Yeah, Trevor does come in this time as well. As does Leigh. Let's keep an eye on where they come out. Let's jump on Tobias actually. You guys let me know where they are. Looks like Tobias is behind Will at the moment, so he's caught a bit of traffic. Certainly not what he wants while his tyres are absolutely fresh. Gonna make a move here pretty quickly. Will's not giving in, as rightly he shouldn't. So, but I think that might have ruined Tobias's opportunity to get the jump on Leigh.
He's gone.
Yeah, coming down the straight now, so definitely not
Trevor's going.
Pretty much as they were then. Bit of a shame for Tobias. I think had he had a clear track in front of him, he might well have got the jump on him. Yeah, these guys come out in 3rd, 4th and 5th, so most of the drivers out there now deciding to take this to their pit stalls. Aaron Hamilton takes over the lead.
That's it. Tobias is all over him.
Yeah, Tobias on the warmer tyres. It's definitely a test for Leigh. Oh, looks like he cut that a bit too much. Looks to have got away with it though. His tyres now starting to come back to temperature for him. He's back in the lead. He's Leigh.
Yeah, both Mark and Aaron pitted that time by.
As well as Isaac, and here comes Shane also. Miles as well. So everyone piling into the pits.
I think Trevor's actually lost time on those stops.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's 4.7 seconds behind now.
Just wondering if he's taking a little bit extra fuel to maybe go a little bit longer.
Yeah, he could have topped it right up. Yeah, might have. Oh,
Leigh out of shape. Tobias on the right hand side, gets the move done. Let's just see if he can hold on to this. Yeah, Leigh just got a little wiggle on going in there, and I think he had to steer into the slide, run a little bit wide, couldn't get the power down. Tobias got a fantastic exit there.
Yeah, Leigh's got. We'll have to watch his tyres next half lap or so too.
Yeah, you saw him running wide in turn 1.
You already see Tobias trying to put a bit of a gap on him.
Got a bar marker just ahead. This might help Leigh. He gets a great run.
Oh, great exit.
Looking up the inside. Tobias lets him have it.
Yeah, I think Tobias will be absolutely cursing. Back marker there, got himself in front. Not the best of positions on the exit of the corner to try and let someone go. Always prevents them getting a good exit. Leigh saw that coming, made sure that he absolutely nailed his. Gets the run, gets back into lead. Tobias got it all to do again. Mind you, while that's gone on, Trevor Johnson took the opportunity to close back up just a little bit. Still about 4 seconds behind, but I think that will come down a little bit after this lap as well.
Yeah, poor old Brian there. He's done his best. He stayed wide, but just wrong corner at the wrong time, I think.
Yeah, track's starting to look very busy now. You can see 4 or 5 cars ahead of these guys, so I think Tobias will have his opportunity to get another run. It's just a matter of time before somebody just holds up Leigh, I would think.
Trevor's making his way through the back markers a lot easier than what these guys were.
Yeah, down to 3.6 seconds the gap now.
Yeah, but that's nearly a second. 2 laps, so it's going well.
Coming up to a halfway distance. ARLTV, Alex Simpson, Mark Noble, Dean Prescott here, Brands Hatch for round 2. V8 SuperCar Series. Leigh Day leading the way from Tobias Czerny. Trevor Johnson, Dave Oliver, Kurt Stensberg, those guys as they were from the start. Aaron Hamilton got a fantastic jump off the line in 6th place. Mark Warrington's moved up during the pit stops into 7th. Luke Betts 8th, Lance Perkins 9th, and Will Dodd holds on to that 10th spot after a great qualifier. Yeah, Tobias again, I'm sure frustration going to be creeping in just a little bit. He's going to want to get a move done. Knows he can put the pressure on him. Got Damo in front. See if he comes out of the way. Trevor Johnson getting a little bit rough with one of the back markers there. Let's get past as quickly as possible.
Yeah, well, he's gaining time every lap, so he's going for it, Trevor.
Yeah, down to 3.4, so another couple of tenths that time by. Leigh gets held up a little bit by Damo there. Tobias on the outside again, same corner as last time, side by side. I think he's got the move done. I did say it'd just be a matter of time. Once again, unfortunately, exit of a corner. Back marker trying to get out of the way. Always slows the car trying to get the lap on up.
Yeah, he slowed down, unfortunately.
Now it's all whether or not Tobias can hold on to it. Trevor Johnson gets himself past the back marker as well, so together on the track down to 2.8 seconds, so he's coming, and he's coming fast. If he's put a little bit more fuel in as well this stint, that might just work for him. Just wants these guys to continue battling.
Yeah, these two blokes have sort of caught the back markers right into a corner, so that's been a bit unlucky for them.
Just a little bit further back, you've got Kurt and Dave Oliver still battling hard at it. So they've still got the back markers to come through. As they come round to start lap 21.
A great shot there, as you see. Kurt just kissing the inside curb beautifully. Car looks extremely stable, set itself back down nicely.
I was going to say they've got Brian at the same corner the other blokes did. Yeah, he's right this time.
Does the right thing this time. Pulls over on the straight. See Dave wiggling that car left right. Just seems to like that looser setup. Is he drifting it pretty much the whole way? Down and back up.
Yeah, Dave's probably fallen off a little bit more than I expected from the leaders. I thought he'd be right on the tail of Trevor, to be honest. We've seen them so often fighting up front.
I don't think he's raced much the past few seasons. So he could just be finding his feet again.
To make the difference. Just noticing, looks like we've got another retiree, Jamie Fuchs, looks like he's out.
Dude, it looks like he's disconnected. As we saw Dave go a little bit wide there into turn one. Just to open it up a little bit for Kurt. And around they go again. Another back mark in the same space as last lap. Again, does the right thing. Pulls over on the back straight. Brenton O'Brien ahead.
Brenton O'Brien, yeah.
Yeah, another battle that seems to be hotting up off camera at the moment. Luke Betts and Lance Perkins. Keep an eye on that one and maybe jump to that if that gets a little bit tasty. Will
Dave said it again.
Got a nice little gap down in 10th place, front and back, so just needs to keep his head, and he's got a top 10 finish.
Oh, Tobias and Leigh still nose to tail. You just see, looks like we've got Shane Best who's spun it coming up the hill. Had nowhere to go and I just had to park it in the middle of the track. Everyone did make it around. Shane has now recovered.
Yeah, these guys have had a few laps clear traffic now as well, and put the hammer down, moved to 5.6 seconds in front of Trevor, so he might have had that extra fuel on board. It's perhaps slowing him down now. That's where he missed something off camera. Didn't notice anything in his lap times particularly that says he had some sort of an incident. Just goes to show how evenly these two are matched. I mean, Tobias was sat probably within a second for the whole first stint, looking like probably just not quite able to get a move in. And Leigh's in a very, very similar position now. I wonder if it's just the guys being a bit patient, waiting for the right opportunity. That marker gets himself out of the way. Both drivers carry on.
It was good work by Shane then. I think it was Shane Stidoff, was it?
Steel Kurt. Sorry, Mark.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
I think Steel
That's
Kurt
true, yeah.
putting a lot of pressure on Dave Oliver. These are the main fights that are going on at the moment. By Brian Monger as well. It's starting to put a little bit of pressure on Shane. Tobias just drifting into the final corner. I think this race is all going to be about the final pit stop and the strategy. Who's going to go the longest, who's going to try and get the undercut, which one's going to work. Pretty much as they were after the last one. Leigh getting a little bit wide in turn one there, kicking up some dust. It's always easier to follow than it is to lead. You're always worried about the guy behind you. What's he doing? He's going to try and stick one up the inside. Tobias now just trying to focus on the track in front of him, hitting his markers. See if he can pull that 1 second gap. That might just give him a little bit of comfort and really start to settle in. Doesn't look like he's going to do it anytime soon.
Still we have the stalemate between Kurt and Dave.
Yeah, I'm just going to
Holding off for now.
jump back to Luke Betts and Lance Perkins as well, 8th and 9th place. Those guys still going at it as well. Half a second separating the two of them.
Oh, Davo! Again, the right hander at the top of the hill. Just sliding it around. To get past the back marker. No, Kurt's at it.
Kurt's at it again too.
It's whatever you can do, Dave, I can do better. I think we might have to have a drift off in the parade lap.
It looks like there's two Leonsies out there, to be honest.
Yeah, Luke and Lance still holding position. Doesn't look like Lance has gained anything really on Luke, from what I've been flicking back looking at.
Yeah, so we know Lance at one point was sat behind Will, so he got himself past Will and up to Luke. So let's looks like he probably is a little bit quicker, but it's not always the easiest place to overtake, I find, Brands. Can punish you in some places if you do try something a bit risky.
Yeah, I don't think Willie's quite out of that yet. Oh, we've got Dave Oliver diving into the pits. Bit of a late move. Dave Oliver's in the pits, lap 26.
He's done a short film, I'd say. Oh, his tyres are absolutely shot.
So that promotes Kurt up into fourth, sorry. Forgetting about Trevor Johnson, who seems to be quiet at the minute. Just plodding on round. Still the battle between Leigh and Tobias raging on.
Yeah, Trevor's down to 7.5 seconds behind this leading battle now, so since Tobias has got ahead, they seem to have really pulled away from Trevor. Can't find that gap though, as you're saying. If anything, Leigh is closer than he's ever been. Tobias forcing just to defend his line a little bit, very sideways coming out of the penultimate corner there. Tobias in, or both in.
Oh, they're both in, jeez.
Let's keep an eye on this. It's all about the pit lane battle. Leigh's going to need to have a good stop here. It's always tricky being the car further on when you're behind because you can't see to get your point spot on, but both of them look like they nailed it. Trevor's in as well, so no heavier than we thought.
Unless he's going for a short fill.
Tobias out. I think Leigh's got him. They're in between each other. Tobias does the good thing and slows down. He could have stayed there.
Back marker there as well. If they had any sense, they would just let these guys go. They do.
Yeah, Tobias will be kicking, frustrated on that team radio now that they couldn't quite beat Leigh out there. I mean, I think they did get the job done, but just Leigh being just a little bit further on the pit stall there is sort of helped him out a little bit. I have to say, had that been a real pit stop, I think Tobias would have held on to the lead there. Yeah, if anything, Trevor's lost even more time as well. He's not quite nailing his pit stops as he wants. Aaron Hamilton showing in third place at the moment, but yet to pit a second time. Now, Aaron did go particularly long last time, so I expect he's going to be out there for probably say 5 or 6 more laps.
Yeah, these guys seem to have pitted quite early, considering. Also seeing Kurt has pitted, and Dave's back in front. So this battle still continues.
Yeah, Trevor Johnson nearly 10 seconds back now, so pit stops have absolutely killed him today. That said, I think a podium position he'll be pretty delighted with. Mark Warmington comes into the pits from 5th place. Sticking with this battle up front. 11 laps to go. I'm sure Tobias is going to have the bit between his teeth. Want to get back past.
Yeah, she's now turned into a sprint for these guys. 2 pit stops done. Oh, is Tobias sideways?
Yeah, Will scored Luke Pitts after all that too.
I have a feeling Will was on a move.
Yeah, actually that's an interesting little battle there because obviously Luke is on the tail of Lance. He's only a couple of seconds behind Mark as well. So I think they've all had their second pit stop. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out for the rest of the race.
Will's definitely finding these fresh tyres to be better.
Yeah, I didn't catch to see if Will got in earlier. It seems can get the undercut.
Lap 26 looks like Will come in. As you can see, he's just holding such a tighter line pretty much in every corner. Looks like Luke saw what was about to happen and covered it off.
Mark Warmington just pulling away from Lance ahead, and all the time Luke's looking behind.
There we go.
On the inside, needs to hold it. Can't quite. Aaron Hamilton also into the pits, comes out in 6th place. Pretty much the top 6 are where they qualified.
Will'll have to be careful not to overcook his tyres. Because once they've gone, it's about 2 or 3 laps for him to come back down. Temperature, and if you're battling, then that could be a few seconds that you're losing.
Yeah, Will's usually a pretty patient, very calm driver.
He's definitely letting Luke know he's in his mirrors.
Yeah, you can see it's definitely affecting Luke as well. He was able to put that pressure on Lance earlier on, and he's just pulling away now.
Again, Will looks up the inside. Oh, there you go. Luke's gone wide. So the pressure has come. Now Will'll have his eyes set forward.
Yeah, he's about 2 seconds. He's about 2 seconds back on Lance, but I think that's doable.
Yeah, now he's got the clear track in front. Definitely pushing forward. Luke will hopefully want to be sticking on the back of Will to try and get forward as well.
Let's just check back in with the leaders. Still the battle rages on. It's been nip and tuck all race. He's probably got as big a gap as I've seen it all race, beyond what was the first corner.
Dave and Kurt seem to have a bit of space between them. Dave will be thanking for the breather.
Yeah, Trevor dropped off to 10 seconds behind now. Just going to settle in and bring that thing home, I should think, for a nice podium finish.
Yeah, as we've gone round, 7 laps left. And he's definitely got that gap bigger than that he's had it before. So maybe Trevor just, Tobias, sorry, conserving the tyres.
I just missed something off camera as well. Lance Perkins down to 10th place. had an accident somewhere. Seems to have a little bit more damage on the front of that car.
Yeah, coming onto the back straight.
Yeah, so that moves Will Dodd up to 8th place and Luke Betts to 9th. Eight laps to go. I'm not sure Will's going to be able to do anything about Mark Warmington ahead of him. I think he's got enough of a gap. And actually, Lance's pits. Yeah, enough damage there to warrant that. Tobias closes back in again, half a second behind. And talking of closing in, let's just quickly jump back to Kurt. He's right on his tail of Dave Oliver at the moment. Have a look down the back straight.
Dave goes for the cutback. Very close racing.
Fantastic driving there from both of them, giving themselves just enough room.
Oh, fantastic driving. He does it every time in that corner.
Loves it around there. You just can't get enough of it, can he?
I love watching those blokes drive. See, all those years I missed all this fun.
7 laps to go. Certainly going to want to make a move, I think, Kurt, again. I think if he can get his nose out in front for a lap or so, he might be able to pull a gap. It definitely looks like he's the quicker of the two out there.
Yeah, he's got a great run out of the... Oh!
Well, he had a great run.
Put the commentator, the first one I put the commentator's curse on.
You murrayed him. Yeah, a bit of breathing room now for Dave. Focus on what's in front of him, see if he can make it difficult for Kurt to get back into that slipstream.
Sorry, Kurt.
Let's jump back up with the leaders. Tobias still half a second back. Nothing but the rear end of that ANZ car. Just having a look a bit further down just to see if there's anything else going on. Looks like we could potentially have a battle between Brenton and Arnoff for 14th and 15th.
We've also got Shane Best and Rennies for 16th and 17th. Shane on a recovery drive from the incident early on.
Yeah, fresh tyres should be able to get himself up a couple of spots, I would think. 5 laps to go. I mean, Brenton and Arnoff are not too far up ahead as well, so if you can make light work, could get a few places back here.
Oh, Renner's
There's
went
one.
real wide then. Oh!
I think that's good night. Oh, gives another warm for Mosley. Bit of front right damage.
Oh, my panel beaters are going to go for hard time again.
Mark just imagining that there's There's a big bill coming into him.
Again.
Just back with the front two. 5 laps to go. Still nothing between them.
Luke Batch starting to close back up on Will for 8th and 9th. Navigating his way through some traffic.
Oh, another commentator curse moment just hit there, I think. Loses it coming out of the corner.
Wasn't me that time.
Holds on to 9th place, not really got anyone behind him. Isaac some 20 odd seconds further back. I think that's going to give Will the gap that he needed, 5 seconds now, so can just settle in, 4 laps remaining, just bring it home, get himself a well-deserved 8th place.
Not saying a word.
Kurt back on the tail of Dave Oliver, 0.3 of a second. Really starting to pile the pressure on these last few laps. Dave's already had to make one fantastic cutback move to hold on to this 4th place. Once again, Kurt looks like he gets a good run. Not sure he's close enough to make a move. Has a little look, too far back.
Yeah, he had a bit of a twitch coming out of there, so it's sort of...
Obviously Kurt is Tobias's teammate, so you know there's a potential performance in that car. Tobias is closer than perhaps he's ever been for a while as well. Just 0.2 of a second. Still not close enough down this back straight. Looks like Leigh seems to have all the momentum coming out of the corners. And Tobias seems to carry just a tiny bit more speed through the corner.
It's always difficult to follow somebody in these cars. And it's always difficult to follow somebody in any car, really. Especially when you're so close like this. I can see Kurt is right up the tailpipes of Dave again. Although the tailpipes are on the side, so I can't really say that.
Yeah, it looks like a good run this time.
Yeah, he got a good run out of there, that dog.
Still not enough. Oh, just dips the wheel. Just touches. Yeah, I say, just touched the wheel on the outside there. Got himself all out of shape. Kept it under control. Great driving.
I was just about to say, I'll have to give him one of my bikes.
I think we need to give Dave a bike for around the right hander there as well.
Oh, he does it every time, doesn't he?
That rear left must be at least burning red right now.
I'd say so.
It's definitely great entertainment for us. Oh, is
these
he...
two,
Oof.
these two blokes would put on a great show. A whole race, nose to tail. It's just unbelievable.
Johnson just lapping by himself still. I'm sure he'll be frustrated but happy at the same time.
Yeah, you can see he's backed it down quite considerably as well. About a second a lap slower than the front two. Where earlier on it was just a couple of tenths at best. By still half a second behind. Stick this battle just for the moment. fact, they've just crossed the start-finish line to start their last lap. Let's jump on board with them. Just see if Tobias can get a move done on this last lap. Got a back marker ahead. He's out of the way. Nothing going there. Tobias looks far too far back. Got to do anything. Twitch coming off the corner. It's all going to be about this man today, though. Just a few more corners to go. Don't want to curse him. We've already seen it happen twice today. A bit sideways going through that complex. Approaching the final corner now. Leigh Day, round 2. It's been a battle. He's had to do a move. Pit stop, overtake as well. He's come out on top. Fantastic drive here at Brands Hatch to take second win in a row. Tobias Czerny, what an amazing drive as well. Second place. Trevor Johnson. That's going to be a little bit disappointed being some 15 seconds behind, but I feel he's probably settled for third a lot earlier on and just brought it home. A little weave, so he's pretty happy.
These two
going off it.
Yeah,
a little bit of a nudge up in
Oh,
turn 2,
give it
but here
that.
we go. Kurt's got the run, looking around the outside. Gives it him. Now it's the drag race.
Oh,
Looks like Dave's done everything he can and he gets that 4th
he's
place.
done it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic race by those two. In fact, actually, you have to say, first and second, third and fourth and fifth battles today just been amazing to watch all through the race. Aaron Hamilton coming across in 6th place. Mark Warmington in 7th. He'll be delighted with that. Home track. Top 10 finish. Will Dodd as well. What a great drive from Will, Mark. You must be delighted with that.
Oh, real happy for him, mate. He's done a great job today.
Yeah, Luke Betts in 10th place there, actually. It looks like Isaac managed to squeeze in. I'm not sure if there's something going on in the overlay there, but it looks like Isaac up. Have to get the final classifications in a minute. Right, just going to go for a quick break. We'll check the classified standings at the end. We'll have a few interviews this week, I'm afraid. As a return last week, so we thought we'd get everyone in, but yeah, we'll just do 3. So we'll be back in just a minute.
Take your hobby to the next level with a quality racing rig that works great with a PS3, Xbox 360, and a PC. GT Omega Racing Simulator is compatible with a wide range of steering wheels, including Logitech, Fanatic, Thrustmaster, and more. The GT Omega is available now worldwide by going to www.gtomegaracing.com.
Welcome back to ARLTV. Fantastic race we've seen here today, Brands Hatch. In typical ARLTV style. Bit of an issue with the final classified, something to work out. New overlay as you may have seen this week. Dean, can you just take us through the final standings please, mate?
Indeed I can. We had Leigh coming over the win, Tobias in second, Trevor in third, Dave Oliver and Kurt pretty much nose to tail the whole race, 4th and 5th. Aaron Hamilton, who will be delighted with the 6th. Mark in 7th, Will Dodd 8th, Luke finishing the first of the lap downs in 9th. Isaac in 10th, Ian McPherson in 11th. Michael 12th, Niles 13th, Brenton O'Brien 14th, Anouf in 15th. Renice 16th, Shane Best recovering to his 17th. Lance Perkins, who we saw had the little spin, finishing 18th. Bryant in 19th, Damo in 20th. Weihan Chan finishing 21st, so that's a big improvement from Wei. Shane in 22nd, Jamie Fuchs and Jamie Eaton didn't make the end.
Yeah, only 2 retirements there is pretty good going. This can be a tricky track. Best of times. Just having a quick look at the start back. So everybody just made it through perfectly. Right, let's grab the first of our interviews up. Just have a look, see who's coming in. Let's grab our 3rd place man, Trevor Johnson. Home race. He'll be pretty delighted with that. Good morning or good afternoon, Trevor. Well, good morning for you. 3rd place today. Nice way to bounce back. Tell us a little bit about your race, and importantly, are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, considering I loaded a setup that was about 2 or 3 seasons old.
Yeah, I'd say you would be. Tell us a little. Tell us what happened there then.
I'll take that. They're just labelled too similarly, and I clicked the wrong one. Bit of a lack of organisation, but it didn't work out too bad.
So, what sort of time do you think you were losing based on the setup? Because obviously we saw the first stint you sort of stayed relatively close, but just slowly started to fall back a bit.
I was doing mid-8s, 28s, wasn't I? So I could have been lapping in the 27s pretty much the entire stint, I reckon, the right setup on.
That's a bit unfortunate. Could have gave those guys a bit of a run for their money up front.
Yeah, I would have been on the tail of them, yeah, no doubt.
But like I said earlier, I mean, you bounced back from last week at Moss Sport, got yourself a podium position. It's going to help in the championship. I'm sure Dean is beavering away at the moment trying to sort us that out. But yeah, that's kickstart your season again. Better than last week now?
Yeah, I kept out of trouble. Had a little sniff at Tobias at the start, but just sort of played it safe to settle in behind. At that point I didn't realise that I'd loaded the wrong setup until about halfway through the first stint, when it started to go away a lot quicker than it was in practice. And yeah, I'll take that. Not too many incidents, a few scary, hairy moments, but yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, well done, mate. Next week, I'm obviously my usual prepared self, so I don't know where we are, so I hope you do.
I think it's Watkins.
Ooh, Watkins. Always an interesting race.
Endurance.
So what are we hoping from that race then?
I tend to run pretty damn good there. The last couple of races there have been, a second between the top 3 or 4, minus a minor incident a couple of seasons ago when I was leading. So yeah, should be good. Lots of drafting.
I was about to say, yeah, the drafting's going to be key there. Work together with your teammates, try and pull away if you can. If you can't, just don't lose it at all costs.
Yep, and lots of fuel saving in the draft as well. Leigh's pretty good at that, and Tobias's as well, but we usually all end up in the same lump for the whole entire race, so it's a good one to watch, that one.
I won't be there to get in your way this season, Trev.
The language in that one off of Mike was incredible.
Well, congratulations, Trevor. 3rd place today. Nice clutch of championship points there. Look forward to seeing you with the right setup next week, giving those guys a run for their money.
Yeah, I'll have to test that one out tomorrow in the official series, the proper setup. Gonna go and relabel all my folders in my setup folder now.
Yeah, you only got to do it once to necessitate a big change. I know I've been there and done that.
I haven't done it before now. No, yeah, it's like you're just driving along, everything feels fine, and then it suddenly starts to drop, and then you're like, oh, something's not right, and then wrong setup. Anyway.
All right, mate. Well, good luck next week. We'll see you on track.
Cheers, guys.
Trevor Johnson there. I'm gonna grab up. It's tough. I want to speak to another 3 people. Tobias has just muted himself. Let's grab Dave Oliver up. We haven't spoke to Dave for a little while. Good evening. Good morning. Good day.
Yes. How are you guys?
How are you, fella?
Yeah, not too bad. Still catching my breath. That was a tough race.
Yeah, it looked tough. I mean, you guys were separated by
Not much.
I was about to say all of a few tenths of a second for the entire race. You got a move on you at one point, but you, beautiful little cutback, held on to that position.
Yeah, I don't know how much room was in that, but it was tight, and somehow I pulled it off. I figured out I'm running the longer diff ratio, and he was running the shortest. So I was able just to get the power down a lot earlier and just pull alongside him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you weren't separated by much. I mean, do you think perhaps he just had a little bit of the edge on you today? I mean, you needed to defend that whole race. Had he got in front for more than a few corners, do you think he would have been able to fight back, or?
Don't know. I think that's the way that the cars were set up, because I reckon overall he would have had a bit more pace, and yeah, probably because I was running the longer diff ratio, it was able on those critical corners, like up the hill, like I think it was turn 5 and stuff like that. I was able just to get the power down.
Obviously, we know you missed the first week. Unfortunately, we couldn't get you quite in further at the opening round. But just seeing you're already up to 12th place in the championship, so not a bad start to the season. We've got drop rounds to consider as well. So, yeah, what's your hopes and targets for the season?
Yeah, it was a bit of a bummer. I couldn't get in last week, but I was actually ready to race. But yeah, I couldn't get in. So, but, you know, that's life,
Sorry,
whatever. Mate. And hey, that's all right, Mark. And yeah, I don't know, just see how I go, and especially you know, slightly different style of setups and stuff again with the new team after leaving LMR. So back over with the old crew again. So, but yeah, I don't know, just plug away, see where I end up. So, you know, yeah.
Obviously, you mentioned the new team. Do you want to give the sponsors a little shout out while you're on air?
Yeah, yeah, with the new teams, SSR or Synergy Sim Racing, and so I would like to thank Cosmo Lighting, Daryl Lee Chocolates, Packaging and More, LED Lighting, and just the rest of the team and stuff, and yeah, just see how we'll just, you know, plug away, see how this season goes, and hopefully it's a good one. Nice fresh start.
Yeah, congrats on 4th place today, mate. You worked hard for it. Go and enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Right, I'm actually going to do 2 more because I can't not bring Kurt up after such a fantastic battle with Dave. Kurt, welcome to the commentary box again.
Hello everybody.
What a race that you guys put on for us today. Thoroughly enjoyed watching that. Tell us how it went from your point of view.
Yeah, it went pretty well. I spent most of the race behind Dave there, but every time I tried to get a run on him, I kept making little mistakes and falling back a little bit, and then I'd catch him back up again, and I just couldn't get it to stick. On lap 33, I think it was, I put it up the inside there, and he got me back in a crisscross. It was quite awesome, yeah.
Yeah, we were watching you during that bit as well. Some of the best racing we've seen for a little while. You guys probably no more than half a foot apart through the whole few corners there. It was great driving. I mean, we were just talking to Dave. He said perhaps you might have just had a slightly different gear ratio to him, so slightly lower gearbox, so he was able to get on the power a bit earlier than you, but you perhaps had a bit more acceleration once you got it going.
Yeah, I was running the 375, so I was getting a fair bit of wheel spin coming onto the straight, so I wasn't catching him on the exit of corners, which was bad because I was slower and come the end of the straight. So I couldn't get him down the inside in the braking areas, but I will learn from that, so...
We're up at Watkins next. What's your thoughts on that race?
Quite like Watkins, it's one of my favourite racetracks, so hopefully I'll do well again.
And do you want to just give a quick plug to your sponsors while you're on the air?
Yes, thanks to Powerbine and thanks to Daco.
Well, congratulations, mate. Unlucky you couldn't quite get him in the end, but 5th place nonetheless. Still a pretty decent result. Just have a quick check just to see how you're doing in the championship. You moved up to 4th place today.
Good, I'm pretty happy with that.
So a pretty decent start to the season for you.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, congrats, mate. We'll see you next week at Watkins Glen. Wish you all the best.
Catch you later.
Well, just going to grab Tobias up for final interview, obviously P2. So apologies for everybody who is waiting for an interview. Mr. Czerny, welcome to the commentary box.
Hello guys.
Well, another race. You didn't quite sit behind the rear end of Leigh the whole race this time. Managed to get in front. Very exciting race from our point of view. Just tell us how it went for yourself.
Yeah, I would say it's a slight improvement compared to last week. At least I was leading a few laps and passed him, I think, twice. Yeah, really interesting race. It's such a narrow track. I think my starter wasn't the best again. Trevor nearly got on the inside line. But after the first few corners, the moment of the start, I was able to settle and pulling out some nice laps and closing the gap to Leigh. And actually I was surprised at some corners. I think he drove a slightly different line, which gave me a good run on him, but overtaking on this track, just so difficult. I think my first overtake was when there was the lapped car and the lapped car ran off and Leigh was stuck behind, and basically I don't know how I decided or why I decided to go on the right side. It was quite risky, I would say. If Leigh would have done the same, I think I heard a short 3 wide there. But in the end it was good.
Yeah, it seemed to me that you got caught by a back marker as well when Leigh come back past the first time, just coming onto the back straight, not quite able to get the power down as normal.
Yeah, I think I could have gone to the inside there, but somehow I forgot, and then he was already there, and so I was saying like, okay, I'll sit behind him again and try to jump him somewhere else. Fortunately, in the last pit stop, my stop was slightly longer, and exiting the pits, I just saw Leigh's head and his roll cage and all the stuff from inside the car and nothing from the track. So I had to lift a little bit because actually I didn't know where I was, I didn't know which gear I was in, and yeah, that's why I lost the time there.
Yeah, we were commenting on it, and I made the point that you actually got sit down on and go in first. Had it been a real life pit stop, you probably would have retained the lead, but with us being able to morph into each other, you didn't have much option there if you wanted to see where you were going.
Yeah, and I think it's the second time this happened to me. I think last season at Phillip Island it was Clayton Brooks passing me exactly the same way in the last stop. So I was saying to me after this, next time I will just accelerate normal, but it's so weird if you cannot see anything.
Yeah, I'd say that's easier said than done, most part.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we spoke to the guys. We're up to Watkins Glen next, so always an interesting race there. More of the same, I feel, from your point of view, with going to be a lot of pack racing there, so a lot of more bumper to bumper action. What's your thoughts going into that one?
Yeah, it's always interesting. I think last season also we had an enduro there, 90 minutes. Same layout this time again with the chicane. Of course, it's getting difficult with the connections from Trevor and my side. But I think it will work as usual. Just be a little bit more careful and have a great time there. And maybe we'll see again the top 3, 4, 5 cars within a 1-2 second lead. It's a great racing then.
Yeah, well, we're certainly looking forward to that one. Right, before I let you go and wrap up the broadcast for today, anyone you just want to give a quick shout out to?
Yeah, I want to give a quick shout out to all my teammates. I don't know if they're watching right now, but I hope they will watch later. And also big shout out to our team boss, Ryan Day. Thanks to Powerbond Racing, Powerbond Deco. It's great fun this season, and I think you noticed my new livery. Some guys were happy in the team, some not, but in the end, I just need something new every season.
Yeah, I think we got all the liveries this time around. I know last broadcast we, for some reason, Trading Paints didn't catch them all, but as far as I could tell, it was all up to date today. So if anybody's listening to this back, just let us know if it's not on there, and I'll try and manually download it or something like that if that's the case. So, but yeah, congratulations again, mate. P2, perhaps not the result you wanted today, but still right in the mix for the championship, which is the most important thing. Good luck at Watkins Glen. We'll see you there.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, again, apologies to everybody. That's all the interviews we're going to do today, because we just go on and on. We've also got another broadcast in about an hour's time to get ready for. So, yep. Dean, sorry. What can we say about today's race, apart from just a bit epic?
Well, like I say, apart from a bit epic, loving the action from Kurt and Dave. I think I'm going to give those two my driver of the day for pretty much the sliding all race. But congrats, obviously, to Leigh and Tobias for also giving us some entertainment. Unfortunate for Trevor with the wrong setup, but still good drive from Trev. But no, see you all next week, really.
Yeah, just having a quick look at the standings just before we go, just so those that are watching know where we're at. I can't show them on screen, unfortunately. Leigh Day obviously leading, Tobias in second place, Trevor Johnson moves up to third, Kurt in fourth, Aaron Hamilton in fifth, Mark Warmington in sixth, Michael in seventh, Will moves himself up to eighth, jumps 7 places. Ninth place is Lance Perkins, and Gerard drops down to 9th, equal 9th on points. Biggest mover of the day was Luke Betts, up 10 places. Tom Jones, who didn't turn up, is your biggest loser, 13 places lost in one race. Mark, you're going to have to sort him, shake him, get him back on track, moved up.
I think it's alright. I think Tom knows he is the biggest loser.
I'm not saying nothing about that.
On that,
Easy.
I was about to say, on that, we should say goodbye. But no, yeah, fantastic race. I think Watkins Glen actually is going to be more of the same. I'm really looking forward to that race. Championship is going to hot up somewhat there, I think. Tobias will be really intent on trying to get a victory, close up that gap a little bit. Won't want Leigh to have it all his way. It's going to be a great race. Same time, same place for that race. Sorry guys, just mildly distracted there by something going on. But yeah, thanks for joining me in the commentary box, guys. If you're tuned in now, watching live, stay tuned. We'll be back in about 50 minutes, I think, for some GT action. So round 1. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. Thanks very much for all of the sponsors today. Chicho Mega, Leo Bodnar, Mark, yourself, Kimmy's Royal Fencing, always help put on a good show.
Pleasure.
Thanks guys, we'll see you all for next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, no worries, mate. See you next week.